Welcome back, my name is Carrie, and today I'm going to show you the top 10 prefab homes of the year. Every year this is one of my favorite videos to make because it's a look back at what happened in prefab homes over the last 12 months, and spoiler alert, it was a lot. This year I made 104 videos on prefabs, saw more homes than ever, and noticed an uptick in Ellen DeGeneres comments back to nearly 2021 levels. Not sure if that's good or bad, but I do appreciate all the comments and the likes for the YouTube algorithm, so if you did either this year, thank you. To shake things up with the top 10, this year I'm doing individual prefab homes, and as always, it's officially unofficial. Merely a collection of homes that I saw this year that I think are some of the coolest in the world. Grab yourself a snack and strap on in, because this year there is something for everyone. Cue the intro music. Holding down the 10 spot is the self-proclaimed most advanced micro home in the world from HouseMe. The micro house is a 120 square foot prefab home that arrives 100% furnished and ready to go, that can be set up in 60 minutes or less. It's assembled in California, is available across the United States, and comes at multiple different price points starting at $35,000. There are a few things that make the micro house stand out, and one of those things is the look. I would describe what they've got going on here with this exterior as futuristic, with the combination of the windows, the white, and the blue. On top of that, it doesn't require a foundation. The one I saw had been placed on a gravel pad on top of landscape cloth. Inside, the micro house is split into 3 sections: the entrance and kitchenette, the living room and bedroom, then finally the bathroom. The living room has a bed that folds up to reveal a table, but if it were me, I would probably just leave it as a bed for most of the time. The micro house is definitely designed for the hospitality industry, not full-time living, and when I posted about it, some people were upset with the size. With that in mind, let's keep the show moving along and check out something with a little more space for activities. To go from one extreme to the other, the number 9 spot is the biggest home I saw this year. Designed by Intexture Architecture and built in a factory over in Houston. The home was built and delivered in 4 separate modules and combined for a total of 2,800 square feet. There was a lot more going on with this home than just size. First, let's talk about the look. You might have noticed that the modules weren't placed on a foundation that's ground level. Not even close. They built this home over 8 feet in the air because it's located on a floodplain, and to meet the requirements for the area, they had to go up. It has metal siding, lots of windows, and a modern look that made it a standout in the neighborhood. Inside, the home is split into 2 sections that are connected with a walkway where the entrance is located. One half of the home is mainly living space. That half has a large kitchen with one of the biggest islands I've ever seen. Do not worry about running out of room for snacks, not an issue. This half of the home also has the dining room, it has the living room, the pantry, and a half bathroom. The other half of the home is where they put the bedrooms, offices, and the rest of the bathrooms. The home has 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and an office all in this half of the home, but the standout was definitely the main bedroom. Located at the end of the home, it has a fantastic ensuite, and the bedroom is big enough for its own private living space. If you hadn't guessed it, yeah, this is a custom model. However, the people involved in the design do have a full line of standard models as well. In the number 8 spot is a home that completely caught me off guard this year because I didn't know much about it till I saw it. I had made my way over to the East Coast to check out the Supreme Homes factory, and out front, there it was. The Fjord. The Fjord is a 680 square foot, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom home with a Nordic look, mainly from the siding and roof pitch. A roof pitch that isn't easy to get on a home that's 17 feet wide and ships in one piece. The Fjord is 40 feet long, and the way they have it set up is with the living room on the front. From the living room, there's access to both the bathroom and the kitchen, and then the bedroom is at the back. Whoever was involved in the details on the Fjord hit a home run, because the amount of windows, the fireplace, the tile in the shower, and even the amount of storage all come together to make this home what it is. Supreme Homes is located in Tracadie, New Brunswick, and if you want to see the Fjord in person, it's located alongside 3 other show models right outside their factory. The number 7 prefab home on my list this year is the world famous Saturna 7 from Hewing House. Hewing House is a builder located in Abbotsford, BC that ships to both Canada and the USA. The Saturna 7 is a model that they have set up that people can visit and even stay in to get a real-life sense of what real life is like in a Saturna 7. With a footprint of 700 square feet, some of the standout features on the Saturna 7 are the covered porch, wood interior, and open floor plan. This home has 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and a spacious living room that's open into the kitchen, allowing for flexibility of furniture placement between the 2 areas. The bedrooms are located off the living room space. The smaller of the 2 is available with built-in bunks, and the larger has a massive window out the back to whatever view is there to be enjoyed, and a sliding glass door out to the covered porch. The model home was set up in the mountains and definitely fit the area and vibe perfectly. The Saturna 7 is currently listed at 340,000 Canadian dollars. For the number 6 spot, we're headed over to a place by the Windy City called Waukegan, Illinois, to check out a cottage-style prefab home from the folks over at Prefab Pads. Prefab Pads is the North American builder of My Cabin, described as contemporary high-quality prefab homes, and the number 6 spot on this year's list is reserved for their Mila Long. The Mila Long is a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom prefab home with dimensions of 12 feet wide by 38 feet long for a total ground area of 450 square feet, not including loft. Add in the loft and you're looking at usable space of 528 square feet. The My Cabin line has the cottage vibe dialed in with the black metal roof and vertical siding available in dark or more natural looking wood. Out of the 2, depending on the location, I think I'd opt for the dark on dark, but again, that is fully dependent on the location. Inside, the Mila Long has a front living room, kitchen, bathroom in the middle, bedroom at the back, and a loft above the bathroom. The interior is flooded with natural light from a combination of big windows, skylights, and doors with windows. Prefab Pads ships to both Canada and the United States, and the Mila Long currently has a base price of $149,500. The number 5 prefab home of the year is one that has been on my radar for some time now that I only recently got to see in person. The Hollow by Drop Structures. The Hollow is described as a studio loft weekend retreat and has dimensions of 10 feet wide by 24 feet long for a total area of 240 square feet. To me, the standout feature on the Hollow is the look from the front. The black siding, wood accent, windows, and covered porch give this model a very cool look. Inside, the Hollow is a studio, however, it does have a separate sleeping space in the form of a loft. The way they have it set up, the front of the home is the main living space. Perfect spot for a small workstation, a couch, and the kitchenette. The bathroom is at the back of the home, and the loft is located up above, as lofts are. As their description suggests, the Hollow isn't designed for full-time living, but is a great space for shorter-term stays. It currently has a base price of $97,500. One of the hottest locations for prefab homes right now is, without a doubt, California. It was by far the top location for viewers this year, making up 14% of viewers from the United States. The number 4 spot is a home built by a company that's building for that market in a way that really sets them apart from anything else available. The home in question is the M6 from Messiah Homes. The M6 is a 600 square foot 1-bedroom home, and what really sets it apart is what it's built with: teak. Messiah builds their homes out of reforested teak that they grow themselves at their reforestation projects in Nicaragua that I had a chance to visit earlier this year. The M6 that I saw was in use as an office, so maybe not the best display of their finished product, but their process was simply too unique to leave out. Simple as that. The homes are fully assembled at their factory in Nicaragua and then taken apart, put into a shipping container, and shipped to California, where they're assembled at the property they were built for. The M6 starts at $359,000. To kick off the top 3, we're heading north to Edmonton, Alberta to have a look at the Mod 2 from Modern Modular. Modern Modular is a steel frame prefab home builder that ships to both Canada and the United States, and their Mod 2 is a 2-bedroom home that's 504 square feet with a 100 square foot loft. The dimensions of the M2 are 12 feet wide by 42 feet long, and what I like about this plan is that the bedrooms are located at either end of the home, leaving the middle wide open for the living room and kitchen. I will note that the Mod 2 that I saw had a kitchenette, however, it can be built with a full-on kitchen, so nobody panic, it's available, okay? What's really interesting about the way this home is set up is they've got the loft access from one of the bedrooms, so it's not necessarily designed just for sleeping. even though it could definitely be used for that. Could also be used for storage or even just an extra space when you're looking for somewhere to unwind and gather a thought or two. The Mod 2 that I saw had an exterior that was finished with black on black metal siding, giving it a rough and tumble look, but that could certainly be softened with a different color choice. The Mod 2 has a base price of $174,000 Canadian. The number 2 spot on this year's list is the custom Loyal prefabs built on the north coast of Prince Edward Island. If this is your first time seeing a home from Loyal Prefabs, buckle in because they're some of the coolest available. To make the custom even more special than a typical Loyal build, it was located on a cliff overlooking the Atlantic Ocean. A completely wild setting. It was awesome. The custom is from their Scally series, meaning it's clad in weathering steel, giving it a rugged look that I quite like. This property had 2 separate units, both from Loyal, a main house, and then the additional unit was a guest house. The standout features on the custom Scally on top of the look from the weathering steel include high ceilings, the wood interior, and the attention to detail that is the norm from Loyal. For lack of a better word, the place is stunning, and I've already penciled in a trip to see at least one new Loyal build next year. Since this was a custom build from Loyal, I don't have the pricing on this exact unit, but all the pricing for their standard models is available online. I have seen a lot of prefab homes over the last 12 months, and choosing one to sit in the top spot wasn't easy, but I tried to factor in style, availability, price, and cool factor. With that in mind, at the top of this year's list is the Cabana 500 from IronToown Modular. The Cabana 500 has dimensions of 14 feet wide by 36 feet long and a total living area of 495 square feet. There are a few things that make this home stand out, and one is definitely the look. The shed roof combined with the covered porch, black window trim, and wood accent make it a real head turner with big curb appeal. The model shown was upgraded with a folding door on the front that completely opens up the space, creating indoor-outdoor living out onto the covered porch. Inside, the layout has the living space on the front, a galley kitchen to the left, the bedroom at the back, and then tucked around the corner in the bedroom, they've got the bathroom. It could be used as an ADU, a primary residence, in a hospitality setting, as a vacation home, you name it. The Cabana 500 is a well-rounded unit. The base price for the Cabana 500 starts at $120,400. Starts at. Keep in mind the model shown was tricked out with quite a few options. IronToown ships their modulars to a lot of the western states and have been building for many, many years. Once again, this year was full of new and exciting prefab home builds, and trust me when I tell you there's plenty more coming. That's all I've got for today. If you like prefab home videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel because I've got new ones coming out every single week. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.